Welcome to The Breadwinners, the podcast about the never-ending hustle and its impact on all aspects of our lives. We're interested in what it takes to keep everything going.
This podcast is about working, family, research, and policy. We consider the research, talk to experts, and share our takes on what we're all learning about breadwinning. Each week, I'm joined by Jennifer Owens. She writes about working, wellness, and women, and founded the Working Mother Research Institute.
And I'm joined by Rachael Ellison. She's an executive coach and management consultant who works with companies big and small to design workplace policies that work for all employees. Well, I'm leaving you. I'm going on vacation.
Vacation, all I ever wanted.
Well, and it is all I ever wanted. And I can tell that the New York Times, it's all they ever wanted, because I went looking for like what they're saying about travel this summer and immediately found 3 articles back to back to back about how to travel in COVID, especially when you have kids who aren't vaccinated. And so here's the latest in my family. Dateline, Brooklyn. Come the end of the school year, for sure, my husband and me, we will be vaccinated and cured. You're supposed to, it's like you're vaccinated 2 weeks after the second shot. Right. And my teenager daughter will be vaccinated. And my teenager son, though, will not be. He's only 14. Now I'm kind of, always keeping an eye, because I know there's some word about the initial results from, I think, one of the vaccines, saying they've had some great results with 12 to 15-year-olds in the clinical trials. So, like fingers crossed that they're able to take the age down. But It's very weird that in our family, so we'll have 3 people vaccinated and 1 not.
Right.
And I don't know, does it change the equation of, like, can you go anywhere? Can you do anything if you have 1 who's not vaccinated? Or can you do more because it's only 1 of you? Like, it's some sort of like calculus. Like, what's the function of Owen on any plans we do? The F, that like curly Q F with the parens and the X in the middle and stuff. Yeah, I dropped calculus, so I don't really know, but.
Yeah, I got nothing on calculus.
Well, do you think you'll do any traveling?
I think there will be moderate travel. I think the kids will go to the Berkshires with their grandparents who are vaccinated.
Because yours are younger. So are you even thinking about kid vaccinations, or is that just not on the table in your mind?
It's not on the table in my mind. I mean, you are vaccinated at this point. I am
waiting patiently, not patiently.
So I think it's interesting. I think it's like, even though I can hypothetically think about what it's going to be like when I'm vaccinated, just like when, you can hypothetically think about what it's going to be like when you're married, and then you get to that point and like, then it feels very different. So I don't know.
It's like vaccinations, like getting married.
To a
vaccine.
To a vaccine. I just, I'm just waiting. So it all feels just very abstract, even though I'm
even vaccinated. So when we're recording this, we got our second shots like 2 or 3 days ago, feeling fine, giving the thumbs up to everyone, go get it done. And even so, it's a little abstract, even when it's happening, like, because you're still wearing a mask. You're still, I don't know. It's the whole thing, re-entry into society, let alone thinking about taking any sort of travel trip. It's really hard. It's change, and it's really hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
And then, in our family, the way we do things in our family is very equity minded, so that if I'm doing something, it's others do it too. Or I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's like, it's very weird that 3 of us have received a vaccine and 1 has not. It doesn't jive with the way I see how we run this team of 4, like it's just, I swear it's not my fault, but I find that very odd. It's a strain mentally on me that one of my kids, not even for the unsafeness of it, I'm making up words at this point, but just that 3 got a benefit and 1 did not.
Yeah.
Which I think it's going to be, that's what's happening. It's that this stuff is rolling out, at one point, the ages change, all that sort of jazz. So I was gonna feel this way even if it was just the parents versus the kids. That was gonna be weird enough. But now that it's parent and one kid, it's just weird. It also happens to be the one who's my choosy eater. And he is our lowest
Oh.
common denominator for dinner most nights too. So
Oh, standing out in so many
oh,
ways.
chicken nuggets, so many chicken nuggets and
Sweet.
peas. He loves peas. So we eat a
Mm.
lot of peas. So I'll tell you though that I am planning to go to
Mhm.
travel. I'm planning to go to see my vaccinated moms, my mom and my stepmom, and my vaccinated brother and his kids, who I actually don't know if my niece and nephew are vaccinated. We'll be finding these are the things we'll be asking now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I read somewhere that people are going to have COVID passports, right? The passports are going to come out with a COVID indication.
Well, there is discussion about this. I don't know. How do you feel? Do you want a COVID passport? I do.
Yeah.
I went to the trouble to get this thing done and get my kids done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think there should be like a sticker, like an ID that shows that you are vaccinated and that you're safe to be around. And so that then I think that's the equation is, are you vaccinated and can you be around and can you get a passport that says you're vaccinated? Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Me too. I mean, like, get it done, man. Have you bumped into people who say, like, oh, we're just waiting to see or not? I have. And it's like, wait, what?
Bumped into people who are saying we're just
That
waiting to see.
they're gonna wait out to see how it goes with the vaccine. I don't know what they're
Oh,
waiting on. What are you waiting on?
I don't know. No, I haven't run into those people. I don't know who those people are. I mean, I think people are waiting to see what happens with the vaccine. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, there are definitely people who are waiting now and kind of like trying to, while their kids aren't vaccinated, to your earlier point, who are like,
Yeah.
okay, let's do like some very low key travel.
Right.
And I'm seeing that on like my local moms groups. Like people are just talking about like, how can I get away like an hour from the house?
No. You mean like an hour's drive versus just an hour out of the house? Because that's valid too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, like an hour. They're talking about like an hour's drive. And I don't think it's necessarily like safer, but I guess it feels less of an investment of time and travel. And obviously you're not going to be on a plane or a train.
Yeah. I mean, that's how we did it, in the height of the pandemic in the last summer, like going on a year ago. Oh my God. That vacation itself was a year ago. We went to the Cape, stayed in an Airbnb, and would walk to the beach just to get out of New York for a moment. So that's what we're going to do this time. We're going to go out on Long Island. Same thing, like house, by the water. It basically make our own, keep our pod together, which is the four of us,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe stroll through the town, whatever little town we're in or
Yeah.
whatever. But we're kind of still doing it. We don't do much. As I've often said, my family is built for a pandemic in that we are boring and don't do much. We are certainly not like adventure seekers where we, like, oh my God, we have to go on roller coasters. Nope, we're fine. We're fine. We can stroll on the beach and be very happy. So
Yep.
we will be doing that again. So do you think you'll go anywhere though?
No.
Really?
I'm not because I'm afraid, just because I'm busy. I'd like to go somewhere. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like not in that mode right now of planning. I think maybe I'm just not enough of a planner, but we'll see.
Did you travel much with the kids before COVID? BC?
That is a great question, BC. Did I travel a lot with the kids? Occasionally, like we definitely went to the Berkshires. We definitely didn't do a ton of travel. Like it just
Yeah.
wasn't, and we had like, there were a lot of reasons. Like we had, not everyone was well enough to travel for a long time. And so like there was stuff like that kept us from going somewhere. But I did go with my daughter to Israel at one point. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
No,
there is one I'm looking at one of these Time stories where there's a travel agency, a luxury travel agency that says the elephant in the room right now is the potential that a child could become infected with COVID while abroad and not be allowed on a return flight. It's a major deterrent for parents. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to show my cards. Right? What? Anywhere you go out, why don't I just want to go to the beach. I would just want to go to Montauk, stand on the beach and let the wind hit my face. That's what I'm talking about here.
Oh, yeah, that sounds delightful.
Yeah, I think you do need to dial. Do you really need to travel abroad? I actually don't even think the CDC is like, it's okay if you're vaccinated. They're saying it's okay to travel domestically, but like,
Right.
what are you doing? Oh my God. That just cracks me. I mean, oh my gosh. So hopefully it's not an emergency and all that sort of jazz, but you've gone on your luxury travel trip and then you're, oh no, that would be a bummer.
No, totally. No, I was talking to somebody at work who went to travel. He went to go see his grandson in London. So he did do international travel, but
Yep.
he did it for a very specific reason. And the quarantining was intense. The quarantining was like, he had to get 4 tests in his first week there of quarantining.
Yeah.
He was not allowed to, go anywhere. And so when he went to go get his 4th test, all of a sudden he gets a call from his daughter-in-law. And she's like, the officials are here from the health department to check up on you.
Wow.
And he was like, I'm actually literally going to the test that you mandated that I do.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad when you were saying that, I'm like, how do people even know that you're quarantining? So good. I'm glad to know that because that's what keeps us all accountable to these rules. Well, the story that I was reading says after a year of road trips, RVs, and rental cottages, that's what we did, rental cottages. Though I really did think about getting an RV, like in the height of it. One scenario I thought was, okay, we rent an RV, we stay in the RV, we only come out when no one's around. I'll take the risk and get gas, and this was my thought. But we did not get the RV.
No.
It does sound fun, but I don't think I could deal with RV rental parks. This is just me being honest. But they say online searches for late summer flights are up as much as 75%, and hotels on both coasts are reporting that they're sold out through October.
Wow.
So I guess it's a thing. Okay, in the whole calculus of all this, I'm not ready for hotels in our family.
Interesting.
I don't know. What do you think?
I have done hotels.
Have you really?
Maybe that's because I've had COVID and I had a little bit of a safe zone, but just to get away a little bit. I've done some breaks at some hotels and I don't go hang out in the lobby or anything, but I've definitely done that.
I think that's what it comes down to. And that's what they're saying is that it's the risk. Because that was you on your own taking a freaking break?
Yes.
See that, because when we've done hotels as a family, the whole point is we stay somewhere that has a pool. So, like that experience of a hotel, you being able to kind of control yourself and not go, licking the knobs in the elevator or whatever.
Right.
That makes the calculus of this is fine, equal out something that makes you feel comfortable. I think that's the thing, is looking at all the different factors.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is going to be, is going to be. And then saying to someone you stayed in a hotel, and I go, really? Tell me more. And being able to, you're going to have to explain yourself, young lady, So, I think these things like the Berkshires and for us, Montauk, and that's where I am. It's wide open. I can control for, where we're staying. There's not a lot of people around.
Mm-hmm.
We're not hanging out in the hotel lobby, which surely with a whole bunch of other people who are just as afraid of us as we are of them,
Yeah.
Those kind of, and this year we'll drive to Ohio to see the grandparents and do that trip around the Horn. So we'll stop for gas, but I'll be vaccinated and they'll be fine. The kids won't get out of the car because they never do. So, and then we'll get to my mom's house. My kids will retreat to her guest room and we won't see them. So we'll be super. Again, my family is built for this freaking pandemic. I don't know if you remember what it was like visiting your grandmother when you were 14, but that's what I did too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That sounds right.
My grandmother had this long, narrow backyard, like super, rectangle deep.
Yeah.
And at the very, very back end of this, as far as you could get from her house, and I loved my grandmother to the nth degree, but she had these 3 Adirondack chairs, and it was kind of like a little woolly in the way back of this like little stand of trees in the suburban Massachusetts. But I would sit in those Adirondack, like immediately get home, get to her house, drop the bags, and then go hide out in those Adirondack chairs. And that's before like I had a cell phone or anything.
Right,
Just
right.
go
Just need to
hide
get
out.
away. Oh,
After being in the car the whole way with my family driving from Cleveland, those 3 chairs. She actually had a storage shed. It was this delightful thing that it was a little house. It was red, and a wooden shed. It's, where they kept like the lawnmower and stuff, but it had a window box. It looked like a little home and it had a little window that opened. It was a glass window over a little flower box. And then it had a door, a little white door. And the door was one of those Dutch doors that are half open, half closed. When I was younger, I loved that house. Oh my gosh.
really?
It was like a grown up or like a kid sized dollhouse, that shed.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's what I would like to travel to, is that little storage shed. I wonder if that was where the croquet mallets were kept too. We were a huge, huge croquet family in that long rectangular backyard. So
love it.
yeah. So that's what I want to get to. I actually thought of that. We were staying at a place in Montauk that had a grassy spot. That was my first thought was, we could play croquet. Because we didn't have croquet mallets. So that wasn't really a thing. So I'm going to tell you, I think you need to travel.
Okay. I'm going to take that. I'm going to think about that.
Yeah. And you know what you can do while you travel? You can listen to the Breadwinners. It will keep you company on the whole long road trip to wherever you're going.
So true. Love it.
So I say thank you for joining us on the Breadwinners. Let's all go on vacation together. At least, audioly. I don't know. I'm just making up words at this point. You will find links to all these New York Times stories in the episode description. Email us anytime at thebreadwinnerspod@gmail.com or visit us at thebreadwinnerspodcast.com.
Please remember to subscribe to our podcast and to rate and review it. It really helps us grow. And until next week, keep hustling.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.